Hello everyone, this is Sin with Big Moon Energy. I'm going to be doing a daily tarot reading for May 10th of 2025. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and then we'll lay these out. All right, I'm going to lay these out and then I'll hold them up so that everyone can see. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, first off, we have got the moon, and that is the you energy. And before I start in on that, I also want to say that your theme is the Holly King, which is in the regular tarot deck, that's the Hermit. I'm going to go ahead and kind of I'm putting those two together because I can already tell that those are going hand in hand in this reading. So with the moon and even the Holly King, I'm getting a lot of introspection. You are really, really in your own head, in your own space. And that's not a negative thing. Also with the moon, we've got that full moon coming up on the 12th. I'm actually a Scorpio moon. So I'm already feeling the effects of this full moon coming in. And so getting this, it's sometimes with the moon being as the you position, you're also finding out some hidden truths. But I feel like the hidden truths that you're finding out are actually about yourself. You're not finding out hidden truths about other people or anything like that. This is a time of introspection. Now, with your challenge, we've got the Page of Wands. And with the Page of Wands being your challenge, I see this as kind of how do I put this? Kind of like a stalemate on your creativeness too, like a stalemate on that new beginning, which we've been kind of having that. We've kind of been going back and forth with, this progression that's happening, but we're also feeling stalled. Your response to that is the Page of Swords. I also want to throw out there, we've got 3 pages. Your outcome is also a page. So we've got 3 pages. And with pages, that is a lot about the very beginning stages. You were working your way up to that knight is working his way up to the queen is working her way up to the king. So I'm getting a lot of new beginnings from this reading. Now with the Page of Swords being your response to the challenge, that is a lot of new ideas and some mental energy, thinking with your mind. And so I feel actually you're changing your mind on something new that you wanted to do. You're kind of you know what, this isn't panning out, but I have another idea that I think that could pan out even better. And that is the energy that I'm getting from this. I'm getting so much new energy, so much introspection. Now, with your advice from Spirit, we've got the Ten of Cups. And I mean, the Ten of Cups is pretty much one of my favorite cards, because the Ten of Cups, you have emotionally succeeded, where it's you have that happy home, you have that love to give, you just are basking in your own happiness, the happiness of those around you. So I feel Spirit is telling you to remember, the things that you have all of this, and it's not bad to want more. That is good to want more and to be hey, I have some new ideas. But I'm definitely getting that Spirit's hey, yes, you're going to be starting on this new journey, but still be happy with everything that you have. Now, your outcome, yet again, another page, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So with the Page of Pentacles, that is a lot about manifestation. That is foundation building. And so once again, what I'm getting with this, there is an idea that you had that you have been working on, but you have been taking the time to go into yourself, to do that introspection, to kind of sit here and be what is this? What do I want? What do I want my outcome to be? And you're kind of coming at it with a new idea. You're coming at it with this new motivation, this new idea. You've got a lot of mental clarity on this. And so with the Page of Pentacles, I am seeing you starting that new journey. You're like, you know what? This Page of Wands here with the challenge, you're like, I've had this idea. It's not panning out the way that I want it to pan out. So I am just going to move on to my next idea, because I can tell that with how this is, there's a lot of ideas that you have. You have multiple ways of getting the outcome you want. You just have to figure out which step you need to take to do it. I see a lot, once again, I see more progression moving forward. I definitely see this as like a time for you to do this inner work. A lot of that. A lot of introspection, especially with the Moon and the Hermit, both major arcana, by the way. And then like just these pages, so much new energy. This could even be you having like a new outlook on something too. I'm also getting that, where like also you've been thinking about things, and maybe there's been a situation that hasn't been as fulfilling to you as you would like, but you're seeing a new perspective on it and you're kind of moving forward with that. I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 Animal Spirit Oracle cards. I'm going to do this one. Oh, nice. I love that. So we've got Owl Spirit, and that is saying you see clearly now. And that is exactly what I'm meaning with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords here. You are seeing, hey, this isn't working for me. This plan isn't going to get me to fruition. It isn't going to get me to the point that I want to be at. And you are seeing that clearly. And funny too, having the Moon with the seeing clearly, a lot of the time the Moon can also be like, you aren't seeing things clearly. Like sometimes getting the Moon in a reading is where you're kind of blinded by something, but I'm not seeing that for you. I'm seeing this introspection, and you're seeing things clearly in a very positive way moving forward. And then we've got Lizard Spirit, right? Yes, it's Lizard Spirit. This is dream the world into being. And like with that Page of Pentacles right there, that is that manifestation. That is that pushing forward, and not just giving up because your one idea didn't work. You're just seeing it as like, okay, that idea didn't work. I'm going to move on with the next one. And it's, it's either going to work or it's not. And then if that doesn't work, I'm still going to move on with the next idea that I have. Like I can see this energy of you are not giving up. I hope you guys have a great day. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would mean so much. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.